So we at Ecolab have seen that the Annex 1 regulations have truly changed the way that our partners are thinking about cleaning and disinfection in clean rooms. And the Annex makes it truly clear the role and importance of having a proper cleaning and disinfection program and having the correct practices. As we think about this, there truly are 5 ways that we see are very exciting evolutions to help deliver the outcomes that are what the auditors are looking for with these changes. The first one that we think is the most important is truly the requirement of having a documented contamination control strategy. By having a documented CCS, our customers are able to truly have a closed loop process by which they're able to get out ahead of any potential risks by identifying changes in trends early so that they can put their mitigating practices in place. The second thing through that is there's proper documentation. And that documentation allows for the auditors to see that the customer sites truly are taking very seriously the GMP requirements to show that they are a GMP compliant site by having their CCS and documentation. The second area is around the need to utilize sterile products and RTU in those higher grade clean room spaces. And that's something that has had quite a bit of discussion in the past. So it's exciting for the Annex to come out and truly clarify in those higher grade spaces what the requirements are for product format. The next area is around the rotation of disinfectants. And this is an area that will allow ultimately for less chemistry usage to be required, because by having a rotation of chemistry disinfectants with different types of modes of application, you're able to get greater outcomes, and that ultimately should allow for a lower need for sporicidal use on a periodic basis. The next area that's a passion of mine at Ecolab is the validation studies. We love partnering with our customers on providing validation support, as these changes require a tremendous amount of documentation to ensure that the products and the method of application, along with the surfaces that are being treated, give the outcomes that our customers and their auditors are looking for. And finally, the Annex clarifies the term cleaning and disinfection. And we feel this is extremely important because the role of cleaning helps get to that surface such that the disinfectant can be more effective in the outcome that it is intended to deliver. So what are the concerns with residue as part of Annex 1? As mentioned earlier, Annex 1 clarifies the practice around residue management, which mirrors what the PDA journal has been talking about from a best practices perspective. Now it's known that residues need to be removed in order to avoid risks to both safety and to quality. For disinfection to be effective, the surface first needs to be cleaned of all residues so that the disinfectant can then be effective on the surface for which it is being used. And if left unmanaged, residue can lead to a number of different issues on the surface and at the site. The first thing is compliance risk. There's issues in terms of whether residues show up in inspections or audit findings. It can lead to issues with product quality and potential recalls if the issue with the quality is tied to residues and what was found associated with those residues during an inspection. And the final piece around residues that's very important is around safety. Residues can lead to either sticky surfaces or very slippery surfaces, and that can lead to safety, health, and environmental challenges and employee satisfaction issues, as well as have an impact on whether or not our customers' associates are getting home safely to their families each and every day. And how can residue management be addressed? One of the ways that it can be addressed is by having an appropriate cleaning program. The purpose of cleaning is to help remove any materials off of the surface, including residues, so that the disinfection can be effective. The selection and use of the products, the application of those products, is really important to ensure that there is not residue buildup over time that then becomes more difficult to remove. The frequency and choice of rinsing is also very important in terms of what type of product. Is it WIFI? Is it IPA that's used for that step? and then also making sure that you have the correct product selection. And we're excited at Ecolab to have within our Claricide line our low residue quat product that has a very low residue profile, as well as our alcohol product that can help with the removal of the residues on surfaces. So what are some of the changes that we're seeing around cleaning and disinfection in clean rooms? There are changes that are really coming from a number of different factors. There could be new excipients or APIs with products that are being developed. There could be new equipment that's being used or methods through which products are being manufactured that could drive a need for different type of cleaning and disinfection program. There could be changes of delivery methods or systems, or ultimately, as we've seen more recently, really a drive to try and find operational efficiencies to minimize the amount of downtime that's needed to conduct the cleaning and disinfection stage of the manufacturing process. And as we're talking with our customers, there are a number of different things that have started coming up in terms of examples that we've seen customers leaning into making changes to their cleaning and disinfectant programs, knowing that there's a tremendous amount of work on their end that goes into doing it. Some examples are compliance with regulations. We've talked a lot about Annex 1. Making sure that you have the appropriate program and the CCS to deliver against that is one of the things that we've seen our customers doing. Another one is global harmonization and making sure that there's security of supply. So for many of our partners, they operate across the world, and making sure that there are consistent products and programs, consistent SOPs that can be used at their sites, as well as security of supply. And we have manufacturing in clean rooms for clean rooms, both in North America, in Greensboro, North Carolina, as well as in the UK in Baglan, to help deliver that supply assurance for our partners. And then finally, a piece that we've seen more of is operator acceptance. So we know our partners ask a lot of their operators who are operating and in the manufacturing side of the clean room, and also are oftentimes the ones that are being asked to do the cleaning and disinfection stage. And operator acceptance is critically important. And so making sure that the products that we suggest for our partners are delivering against what operators are expecting, such as lower requirements or no requirements on respirator use, is something that we've really seen our partners look for as they're thinking about the amount of work that goes into changing a cleaning and disinfection program. What we've found is many of our partners really see the value that we're able to bring forward with them for this part of the change, because they see value from lower respirator use, less slips and falls due to residue, a number of different outcomes that we can help deliver that may impact the customer's P&L directly or indirectly. And because of that reason, we've seen customers willing to make that effort, to make that investment, to drive changes in their cleaning and disinfection programs. So what are the challenges that face a customer who's looking at changing their cleaning and disinfection program, and how can Ecolab Life Sciences help? One thing that we know is that the change, whether it's a full program change or a single product or application change, requires a tremendous amount of work. And we're excited to partner with our customers at being part of the team that allows for that change to happen in the least painful and impactful way for the team that's on site. One of the things that truly sets us apart is the way that we can help our partners truly through consulting through the entire change management process of the selection of a single product or of a new program. So our change management program includes everything from risk assessment and site surveys to truly get on site before any changes are made to understand current practices, what the challenges are, and what some of the best solutions might be, not only to deliver outcomes, but to make sure that the operators will be able to effectively deliver that type of program. The second thing is vendor qualification, whether that requires a site audit, an in-person audit of one of our manufacturing facilities, or providing the appropriate paperwork that provides peace of mind that our manufacturing processes meet our partners' requirements for manufacturing processes. The third one is on validation support. And we're very excited about providing validation consultative services and really being the coach for our partners on helping them through that process. We can project manage it with our partners in a variety of different ways, depending on what their needs are. We can help with finding laboratories to conduct independent studies. And we also have a number of different proprietary data sources that can be provided to make that validation step quite a bit easier for our partners. We offer a broad range of products and services within Ecolab Life Sciences that we can offer to our partners. So whether it's our Claricide line of Cleanroom products, whether it is our BioQuell room decontamination spaces, or the isolator, our cube isolator that can provide truly that high-grade clean room space through a piece of equipment. We're very excited about having those offerings. And finally, we can support our partners in the creation of documentation, which we know can be one of the most labor-intensive parts of changing the process. So whether it's support for SOPs, whether it's getting on site and providing training, that's all part of the suite of services that Ecolab Life Science is excited to bring forward to our partners as they're considering changing their cleaning and disinfection program, whether large or small.